This just in, we just got data, hard data from Harvard and Stanford. You can't put those together. You can't say Harstan or something like that. Harvard and Stanford showing how much productivity actually increases when you use ChatGPT. The answer is 40%. So this came from a study done by professors at Harvard and Stanford. The results, a 40% productivity increase and 18% higher quality of the writing output. So let me give you the facts behind this. So 40%, 18% better quality. Now let me just tell you a little bit about the study. I'm going to mangle these names. Shoji Noi of Harvard and Zhizhuan Zhang of Stanford. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to mangle your name. Testing productivity increase from ChatGPT. Basically what they did is they went to 450 college-educated professionals. So these are people who were marketers, consultants, data analysts, grant writers, things like that. And basically what they did is they did a test where they were writing things that they would normally write in their business life. So things they're comfortable writing, things like press releases, reports, emails, sensitive emails, not just generic emails, but sensitive emails, etc. And then what they did is they gave them randomly assigned realistic work simulations with and without the option of using ChatGPT. Half of them had the opportunity to use ChatGPT. Half of them had no opportunity to use it. Okay. And I've looked at the study design. It looks solid. Hey, these are professors from Stanford and Harvard. You would think they know what they do. And you know what the interesting thing is? They have no skin in the game. If ChatGPT shows a decrease in productivity, that's just fine. This isn't like the ChatGPT company doing this or Microsoft doing this. This is people who have no skin in the game, which helps verify the accuracy of the study. So the results, 40% productivity increase. In other words, they were able to get these projects done in 40% less time. Think about that for your work. Then another thing that they did, before they had them do this project, they had all of them do a project and they had outsiders who rated them on a 7-point scale to determine how the quality of their writing. And what they found was they had a significantly better writing skill improvement for those who use ChatGPT in the process, and 18% higher quality of the output. In other words, so there was a gap. The people who wrote well, the people who didn't write well, that group who didn't write well, they filled that gap much of the time. And that's what I mean here. Writing quality differences were more than half erased. So here they were here. They came to about half of that. And there were some after effects. They found that, quote, workers exposed to ChatGPT during the experiment were 2 times as likely to report using it in their real job 2 weeks after the experiment and 1.6 as likely 2 months afterwards. In other words, these study participants found that ChatGPT was so valuable to them that they were twice as likely to use it 2 weeks afterwards and 1.6% times as likely 2 months afterwards. This is amazing data. You hardly ever see that with anything when it comes to productivity increases. Basically, what they found is that AI tools like ChatGPT are more likely to improve human professionals, the work that we do, than it is to replace them. So all these people out there that are saying, oh, I don't want to do AI because it's going to make jobs go away. Actually, they're finding it quite the opposite. It's more likely to improve the performance of all of us than to replace our jobs. So where am I in this entire ChatGPT, AI, and all those things? I know that there are people who are freaking out. It's like, okay, we got copyright issues. Are we going to have Terminator, robots taking over the world, all these things. And so there's a lot of people who are naysaying on this, but here's where I am, okay? No matter what your personal feelings, fears, concerns are. Number one, it's way too valuable of a tool not to jump on this one. So 40% increase, 18% increase in quality of the writing, ignore all that. Just my experience, and probably your experience, is you produce better output when you have the aid of AI to help you in that process. Number two, cat's out of the bag. So people say, oh, we should control this. We should take the United States and control how we're doing this. Well, guess what? There's Russia, there's China, there's the EU, there's all these other places that are working on this. It's not like AI is a secret. They're working on this. If we close down our ability to develop in the United States, it's going to get developed elsewhere. And they may not do it as ethically and well as we're trying to do it in the United States. Number three, the issues, copyright issues, is it going to privacy issues, all those things, they're going to work themselves out over time. Probably over the next several months, we're going to see landmark decisions that are going to make hard decisions about that will give us guidance on what we can and can't do legally, ethically, everything else like that. And so number four, I encourage you to assess your personal situation and determine how much to use it. Notice I didn't say whether to use it. You should use it. The only question is how much. Are you actually going to put AI generated content on your website? Are you going to put AI web generated content in your emails? Are you going to put it totally on your website? Or are you going to rewrite it? Are you going to take spots that you write with AI and the rest is you? All those kinds, you need to determine how much to use it. Realize it's not a binary use it or don't use it. It's a whole continuum of how much you decide to use it. I suggest at a minimum, use it to solve the blank page problem of what am I going to say about this? And use it to start thinking about a product, about a topic or a product or whatever it is. I have been astounded at the number of times where I said, give me 50 ideas on how to do this. And 15 of those are ones that I never would have thought of. Maybe not 15, maybe 5 or 10. But there are things that because it's programmatic, because the way machine learning works, because the way AI works, it's going to come up with ideas that you literally have never thought of. And if you don't do that, you're putting yourself at a competitive disadvantage. If you do, you have a huge competitive advantage in using it. So if your competitors are lazy, concerned, whatever, and they're not using it, and suddenly you're 40% more productive, you're doing 18% better, you're coming up with ideas and things that they're not coming up with, you're doing things that others are not doing, you have a competitive advantage in the marketplace. Number 7. Don't limit yourself to ChatGPT. There are so many other tools out there. Many of them are junk. Many of them are far worse than ChatGPT, but there are so many things. Please do not just nail yourself into that one and say ChatGPT is AI, because it's not. It's a fraction of AI. So many opportunities for all of us in the future. That's my attitude. Yes, there are problems. They will get worked out. Should you be doing this right now? Yes. How much should you do it? That's up for you to determine. I encourage you to spend 30 minutes to an hour every single day experimenting with this, because you're going to pick up ideas along the way and you're going to go, oh, I could be doing that. And it will start to rock your world. It's doing it for me. Want to become 40% more productive? Start using AI. Want to write 18% better? Start using AI. It's too advantageous for you not to. What's your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.